Yeah.
Also, I
Wonder
love how
Bread.
that was apparently 6 seconds in. I'm now live. 10 seconds in. Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to my weekly stream. I'm sorry if I sound particularly amused. The subject of conversation just prior to this officially going live was kind of like, well, eye-rolly. Because I'm joined once again by my regular co-hosts, because at this point one of them has started to become a regular. There's Cybernetic Pink Eye.
Greetings and felicitations.
And Alex versus the Internet, or just Alex for short.
Hi, friends.
That was so cute! Oh my god!
Listen, I've just started to say that more because I need a cool thing like Griffin has.
Yeah, but it was more than just that. It was so cute the way you said it.
Hi, friends.
Hi, friends.
Gonna
Hello.
kill both of you.
We're just gonna. It's okay. We're just gonna tease you. That's gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine with that. I know you
Yeah,
are.
it's like that one
You
kitten or
will be
puppy
fine.
that...
You have no choice.
It's like that one kitten or puppy who sticks their head out of the box they're in. Just like, hello, I'm here.
Oh god, I even just saw like a reminder of that one video of I think it was like, "Hey Herbert," and this tiny kitten screams like this high-pitched scream. No, that's a different one. The really long, like 20-second scream is a completely no. This is just I can't hit that pitch naturally. So
Welcome to another episode of Lauren Griffin Kin Type Alex.
yeah, and that's good. I mean, I'm glad to see you, Phoenix. I'm gonna say this: I'm glad to see all of y'all who decide to come out for one reason or another, regardless of how long you decide to stay. I am actually going to be getting to Skyrim today, and I plan on, and again, I can't guarantee that I won't derail myself yet the fuck again, but I will try to actually get some Skyrim gameplay in here today.
I mean, to be fair, Gab isn't joining us this time, so there's less of a chance of us derailing on modern stuff.
Less. Not impossible.
It is a very non-zero chance.
Also helped by the fact that this last session was primarily a bunch of heavy roleplay stuff and, like, you know, just going around town buying stuff. There were some interesting moments, including finding out that the eldest daughter of a rich family has a crush on Mr. Gay Boy Owen.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Shikarian. I appear in
Yeah.
your house via a crappy PowerPoint transition. You know what, John Morrison? That's how I get home, too.
That's an oxymoron. There are no crappy PowerPoint transitions.
Just
They're
Lucas,
all excellent.
just Lucas wiping your way home from work.
Oh my god. Anyway. Did you hear Steam has Persona 4? I did hear. In fact, hey, Skyrim, why did you automatically go minimum? That was fun. Yeah, I heard about Persona 4. I'll have to debate whether or not I'm going to actually get that on my end. Also,
I think you would enjoy Persona, honestly.
that's what a lot of people keep telling me. Why do you keep automatically going under everything, Skyrim? Fuck you.
It just works.
There's a joke here, and I'm not going to make it.
Well, I already did.
And now I'm getting 2 mice on screen. What the hell is going on?
What?
Bethesda.
Wait, but like
doubling
they're
your-
not even staying consistent.
It's doubling your efficiency.
No, okay, so you can see that on the screen, right?
Skyrim without limits.
I'm gonna somehow quit.
See, I'm crying.
Oh, we're already off to a rollicking good start.
It sure is.
It just
Skyrim.
works. I love how you were saying that as this was happening. It just
Too many mice.
works.
Someone call the exterminator.
Oh, God.
Also, hello, the Blue Wizard Net. Too many mice, so I call the I don't want to exterminate the mice. I just. Why are you popping up underneath things? This is what creates the double mouse.
I'm sure that's the sentence you didn't think you'd be saying today.
Okay.
Oh, Wait, are we down to one mouse?
Yeah, we're down to one mouse.
Oh, that's always good.
For now, what going on? You have to crunch your work till you die?
That's capitalism.
Thank goodness we're dismantling that.
Yeah.
What's going on? You have to crunch and work from dawn till you die. That's it.
Yeah.
It's Epithet Array is the opening song.
Oh! Breton blood contains a 50% resistance to magic. Bretons can use dragon skin to absorb magicka from hostile spells for a short time. The formatting on that was weird.
Yeah.
For a short
Kerning.
time.
Yeah. Absorb magic from hostile spells for a short time.
It literally
Difference between magic and magicka.
Oh,
Why is there a
magical
distinction?
girls.
I think
Oh,
magic.
I'll tell you what. Oh, go ahead.
I think magicka refers specifically to your ability, like your mana pool, so to speak, as opposed to magic being. I don't even fucking know. It's Skyrim.
I'll tell you what the difference between magic and magicka is.
Contract?
How
Listen.
about you?
No.
And that was among the things that we were talking. Oh, I'm crouched. Hi, Lydia. You gonna help me? Okay, good. I'm gonna crouch my way inside this place, and then.
I found
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I was just reminded because I found this video the other day of like, have either of you ever heard of that that series of like the Reddit abridging of Madoka Magica?
Why did you go, Lydia? What are you confused by?
I think Lydia is confused as I am, Ari. Abridged Madoka Magica.
Basically, it's a series of Reddit posts with like images of.
Oh,
characters.
Maguka.
Yes,
Maguka.
that's it. No Maguka. Become Maguka. No Madoka. So I saw this dub of it on YouTube, and it's one of the funniest things I've ever said because or ever seen, because it's so fucking on point with everything that show is, as much as I love it.
And the linchpin of the entire Madoka Magica fandom.
Yes, and then they followed it up with a Madoka
song.
Magic. They followed it up with a Madoka Magica based cover of the rap song "Annie Up." And
It was so stupid.
and here I'll say this: the rap is unironically good. Like they actually
absolutely, but
they honestly do a good job with it.
I'm absolutely, but I mean, when it comes to it, it's still Madoka Magica based rap.
Yeah.
A troll skull? I don't think I can actually take that.
Well,
That's
disconcerting.
not fair. Rude.
Embalming tools, I don't think I need that. Potion of the night? What the fuck is that?
Ooh.
Help me make the potion of the night.
Or don't. I just took it. Where is it? Fortify conjuration, health miter, healing magicka, stamina, regeneration, resistia, potion of the night. Increase heavy armor skill by 10 points for 60 seconds. Alright.
Ooh.
I should be able to sell that. I want to take the troll skull. I'll come back for the troll skull.
Potions can be exchanged for goods and services.
Yep. I also like how some of the potion bottles look like pumpkins.
Alright, pumpkin.
That's real good.
I don't know, I guess it just appeals to my Halloweeny sensibilities.
Pumpkins are just a satisfying shit. Okay,
Yeah,
not to be
they really
very
are.
autistic on main, but
Mood.
pumpkins look like what violins sound like.
The thing is, I can't argue with that.
You know? Honestly, Like
Like,
what?
I'm not sure I fully understand it, but at the same time, I get where you're coming from.
Like what? What are you looking at, Lydia? I don't know what you're
Someone
referring
wants
to.
to join the stream.
Oh, hi.
Lydia, oh, what you see, Lydia?
I know. Please, please, please.
Again, the fact that you can burn ghosts.
I mean, how else are you gonna get rid of them? Have you never exorcised?
Oh, you know,
When you
by
stab 'em.
stabbing them.
They turn into fucking fish food.
Well, what else would you turn into when you die as a ghost?
A
A pile of money and experience.
Yeah,
miserable pile of secrets.
and lies.
What are secrets though, but intangible fish food?
You know? Would explain why you go over the river Styx when you die. How is it they gonna feed those river fish?
Griffin?
Yes.
No.
Alright, so that's an object, apparently. Oh, what? Where? You don't want to do this, where are you? Where are you? Sorry, a ghost just screamed at me. I don't want to do this.
They tend to do
Oh.
that.
That is disconcerting. Where? Consider this. Maybe ghosts are made of combustible gas.
I mean,
Oh,
I appreciate this, but also then how do you stab it?
with determination.
oops, I did not mean to take the sword.
I mean, you're not too bad off. I'm not even gonna try that again.
Actually,
Wise decision.
alright, so you're... Also, the music is kicking up, so I'm assuming that whatever is in that chest I'm going to want.
Mm-hmm. Dinklage, Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage.
I worry about you sometimes, Griffin.
I worry about me too.
Kine and Kine's Peace. What the fuck is that?
Oh?
Your guess is as good as mine.
What? Whoa! Lydia spawned into existence!
She was lonely.
Up there she is.
Lydia, don't... Lydia! Lydia! Oh my god!
She has to go. Her planet needs her.
I was so scared!
Pass through stone.
I was
What?
like... No, she fell into the floor!
What a crock
was-
of shit.
It was a trap. It was why I moved around it. I was like, huh, that looks suspicious. I'm gonna go around the other way. So she falls into the floor, and I was like, wait. What?
Blue Wizard in the chat. Me beginning to think Lydia be a ghost too.
I mean, technically, it is a digital ghost. It is an intelligence that only exists within the framework of this game.
Just Lydia.
No.
How about no? How do I open this? How do I open you?
I love how the past like half decade of indie games have completely messed with how we think of NPCs and the like.
Just my friend.
Ah! Oh God, Lydia, stop that! Lydia!
She has very important things to do.
Yeah, like stomping around.
Yeah.
I'm late for a very important date.
Where are you?
Cannot
Ghost-
simply comprehend
Wait.
the inner machinations of the mind of Lydia.
Okay,
The inner
Lydia.
machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Well, okay.
I didn't have a suitable
Thanks.
substitute for milk spilling sound effects, so I just tipped my water bottle.
I'm lost.
Sounds like someone else wants to get on the stream.
Yeah, that's a blackjack.
He's providing the musical accompaniment.
It's very important things to say.
Yes. Let him speak.
I think cats should vote.
All right.
Is that the end of that discussion?
That's the end of that discussion.
I'm asking you once again to let cats vote.
Sorry, I am trying to concentrate on something because I am very lost.
Then why do you invite us?
Ah! 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 That's a
Um,
ghost!
No, thank you. No, thank you.
So in case you're wondering how I fare in games like this, I think that's a pretty good summary.
You're not wrong.
Ah! Something's attacking
we-
me!
And we love you anyway.
That's a mistake.
Well, it's a mistake that I'm choosing to make regardless.
Yeah. Ah, what dreams of unsustained chronic and cruelty. Lydia has the power to kill dragons in their sleep because of her teleportability, but she uses it just to jump scare you.
Lydia is Eldritch Horror confirmed.
Lydia, in fact, has untold, untapped powers.
Oh my
she
god.
just-
Lydia is the Benry of this playthrough.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Hey, can I
That's-
see your passport?
I'm gonna need you to stop.
Go watch Half-Life AI.
Yes.
For anyone who hasn't already. It's the full name is Half-Life VR,
Oh.
but the AI is self-aware.
Oh, the warlock. Okay. Hi.
Oh,
What's
hi,
going on, dude?
hello.
What's going on, dude? Oh. Alright.
Would you
Hey,
like to taste fire? Let me introduce you to my friend Sword.
No.
Also, I see where you're coming from, John Morrison.
Ah.
I understood
Okay.
that reference.
Hey, Lydia.
Hey!
Yes.
Sorry about that, Lydia. Guys, you didn't die. Is there something in there that I can... Well, I can try. Alright, let's see. Oh. Or I can just use a
Oh.
key.
I mean, it's super useful.
Yes.
Alright. Fourth of Evening Star, 4E200. It never ceases to amaze me how many fall for my simple trap. I may have to consider tweaking it a bit, though. Many of them in recent months have been dying the second they hit the cage floor. Putting a foot or two of water in didn't help either. In fact, it may actually be making things worse. The last one to fall in broke both his arms and legs. He proceeded to float there and eventually drown. If it weren't for the water, I would have had a great time twisting his mind until I decided to end him. 8th of Evening
Fun.
Star, 4E200. Captured another one. Finally. It's definitely true that whatever these orcs gain in size and strength, they lose in mental capacity. I'm amazed they can even speak. He kept saying that when he gets out, he'll break me in half like a twig. Persuasive, isn't he? Anyway, I told him that if he holds his head under the water for as long as this candlewick lasts, I'd let him go free. Stupid thing drowned within minutes. I never tire of this. 13th of Evening Star, so this is an asshole. Hey, do those other two people have their own YouTube channels? I want to check them out. They do, as a matter of fact. Griffin, Cybernetic Pink Eye, I think I should have him linked in my related channels list.
I believe so, yes.
And if I don't have Alex VS Internet linked on there, that's how you can do it. Or if, Alex, you want to post that yourself.
I'll just drop a talk in chat.
Yay!
Yeah, I'll also put a link.
There's me.
Yeah.
Siwa.
And we are both on your featured channels list. I just checked.
Okay, so they're both on the featured channels list if you want to go through there. They're also both wonderful people, and you should check out their content. Griffin updates pretty regularly. Alex is often busy helping other people with their shit and is working
I have
on...
very little content.
You have a wonderful song cover, which I love, and also you are working on something right now.
I am.
Did-
Very exciting things.
Did you want to...
Yes, I do actually.
Good.
It's no secret or anything. There was, a public casting call. So if anyone here is familiar with the web serial / comic / thing, 17776, what football will look like in the future, I'm organizing a big group dub of the entire thing. I'm splitting it up into episodes and going to be releasing it semi-regularly. It's very exciting. I'm stupidly excited about this because it's like my first sort of directoring project. And you can tell how official of a director I am because I'm a director. But mixing from episode 1 has been coming in, and it's all coming together. I'm so excited for it. Blah. But yeah, there you go. Sorry, I'll stop.
I haven't captured a soul for days, and the last victim died on impact. Of course, I was still able to reclaim his soul, but without the thrill of killing or any kind of torture, the process lacks that special something. The reclaimed souls I've summoned make decent targets, but taking a mortal's life is so much more sweet. Alright,
So I guess we found ICE headquarters.
We found our local bitch.
That's what I said.
Destruction increased.
Thank you, John.
Hey,
Oh.
Thank you, John! Genuinely, thank you very much.
Yes.
Unlock chest expert. Do I have a key for that? Oh, yep, I do. Ooh, gold necklace. Steel helmet. And that audio just played. So that's a oh, that's what Lydia kept falling into.
Ah. Makes
So if
slightly more sense than
Huh.
dropping into nothing.
If I hadn't actually avoided that, instigate the ruins of Arkanthans. Okay, I can do that, I think. But yeah, so a bunch of corpses that fell in there. Evidently.
Joy.
But yeah, if I hadn't done what I had done, I probably actually... Why is a carrot on him? I would have fallen into that same trap, and combat would have been considerably harder.
You need those aromatics for the stew.
I can't reach that last one. I just...
There's
Aw.
probably some onions and celery in there too. You gotta get all three
Maybe
parts of
some
them.
salt.
Yeah, you need all 3 of the mirepoix vegetables for a good stew.
So, okay, see, I'm not gonna pretend that I am some super elite gamer because, let's face it, I screamed in terror every time Lydia fucking popped into view.
I'm still reeling over all the I'm still reeling over all the screaming you did during that bubble game.
What? Oh. Osmos, I think it was.
Yeah.
Is Lord not the gaming gamer girl queen? I
As
feel like I've been
assigned by
lied
Dr.
to.
Eggman himself.
Oh no, there's a puppy! I'm not taking dog meat! No!
Oh,
I'm not taking dog meat!
hubby.
I will loot a person any day of the week.
I'm not gonna take dog meat. He, like, readily kills wolves.
I'm not gonna take the dog meat. What? Are you okay, Lydia?
You're asking now.
Well, okay. Oh, I can unlock this now. Okay, that works. Alright. That's all I wanted from that. So yeah, that was the trapdoor that would have probably
Caused pain.
yeah, I would have been, that's just it. I would have been stuck in the thing. Fortify health. Let's see. Maybe I can play around with something.
Ooh.
I have no idea what properties this thing has.
I like how the camera is shifting back and forth as though you were on a ship.
It's to add to the nausea, like the nausea that I feel looking at this game for too long.
Yeah, I'm sure anyone will succumb to that eventually.
Let's try glowing mushroom. Alright. Yeah, let's craft that. Created poison of damage magicka regen.
Ian in the chat, do you hear those screams? It's as if millions of puppies suddenly cried out in terror over dog meat and were suddenly silenced. I see you, Ian.
Okay. Poison of damage magicka regen.
I love
Quit-
video games. They
quit
let you live
alchemy.
out your wildest fantasies, like throwing random plants into a pot and seeing what happens.
It's a piece of cake to bake a cake.
It's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake. If the ways... Alright, yeah.
You did a good job on that cover, by the way, Lore.
I need to do more covers. There's
what?
one...
Yep.
Oh, you didn't know
What?
that... Oh, no,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Ghosty. I'm sorry, Ghosty Goo. I'm sorry, Ghosty Goo.
It was one that she and Tex did years ago.
Oh, I
Yeah.
never saw that. I have to
Oh.
go hunting for it.
Well, it is on the Man on the Internet channel, but, you know.
Probably why I haven't found it then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
fair.
a few years ago. I am proud of the cover. I'll say that much. The cover definitely came out well, and I appreciated Tex's help with making that a reality. That's a Draugr. And it's dead already, so that's good. So that's not someplace I can go. Okay. Wait, where... Excuse me.
No.
Unacceptable.
Unlock. And I've got the key, so I'm good. Why am I hearing music? Ooh.
Not ever the best sign.
Look, nothing is the best sign when I'm the one at the fucking keyboard, okay? I should probably save, I just realized.
That sounds like a good plan. You haven't had to save in order to murder someone who said something mean to you for a little while, so.
Well, now the Fallout dog is sad. Well, okay. Oh, I'm leaving. Okay, that's not what I meant to do. I want to go back in and explore. Oh my god, that's a steep. Okay. Excuse me, Lydia.
Oh. Oh. Personal space.
Oh? What do you mean, oh? What do you mean, oh, Lydia?
What do you mean?
Lydia, oh Lydia.
Alright, probably should not...
Oh, you could use a body.
I want to go... Greenspring
Me
Hollow, Morthal's that way. Custom destination, which is also Rorikstead, which is another direction I actually want to go in.
No items,
Ooh.
Fox only, custom destination.
Alright. Okay. Alright. Let's see.
I'm going to perish by my own hands.
You'll have to
I've
find
been-
me first.
I was gonna say, I've already... You're gonna have to get ahead of me to do that.
Get in line.
That's true. You have the distance head start.
Wait, what is that? That's a tree. Okay. It was
I
just
heard
a-
they're plentiful in forests.
Is that a tree? Is it a tree fallen over? I don't trust
It's
like that.
something that's
For all we know,
coming
it's a
to
fucking
kill
pseudo-wudo.
you. Now I'm just thinking about an Elder Scrolls with Pokemon in it.
You know what? There's probably a mod for... I will
Like-
bet you anything. Like, there's a fucking mod for, like, turning those giant crabs in the river into crabbies.
I could vibe with that. I could really vibe with that.
I would fuck with a game that lets you roam, like, amongst fields of Bulbasaur.
Yeah, but if it's going to be Fields of Bulbasaur, I don't want it to be Elder Scrolls, because then you would have to kill them.
I mean, not unless you... not unless you provoke them.
You know what? I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Sneak increased to 19. That's good. This is a good quick way
Ooh.
to build up sneak, by the way, too. It's just literally sneak everywhere.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
And there's Gab's advice I play.
Yeah.
To sneak everywhere so that when you come across an enemy, you'll know it because you'll be detected.
Oh.
Oh. I would say it. Oh, I'm detected.
Who?
Where am I detected from?
Speak of the devil?
Who was speaking about me?
You're not the devil. Wait, what?
I
Is that
wouldn't
a?
give yourself such high praise.
Oh, it's a bear.
That-
It's a bear.
Bah.
I don't like it. Oh, and it's
Warned you
staring. It's staring. And there's a dragon. What the fuck? No! 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 I don't want this. I do not want this.
The dragon just came to peek over the mountain. I warned you about bears, bro.
Bears are dangerous. Bears are crazy.
I don't need a dragon on top of a bear.
This is not over.
No,
Bears.
but now I'm thinking of a dragon physically on top
Ah,
of it.
no, it's a tiger.
Some
Okay.
kind of horrifying animal stack.
Ah, 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 ah.
All of the powers of a dragon and all of the powers of a bear combined.
Fucking. It reminds me of the game that was out a few years back. I forget what it was called. There's the one where you play as a bunch of athletic dudes trying to stack on top of each other while balancing on a goat.
Ah! No, I'm
That-
sorry. I just saw the fucking dragon again, I think. I don't want a dragon.
Thank you, Sadako.
No, Sadako. Let's see, Sadako was Sadako the one that came out of the
I forget if it was Sadako or Kayako who was the
Kayako? Kayako was Grudge. Sadako was the one that came out of the well.
Gotcha. Did you know there was a movie where they had those two fight each other?
Dragon, why? I don't
Yeah,
want a
The
dragon.
lesser-known brother of Dragon X.
But yeah, they literally had a Freddy vs. Jason movie in Japan of Sadako and Kayako. And instead of like both of them being destroyed in the end, they combined into like one big super ghost.
I think that's pretty sexy of them. It's what they deserve.
I mean, they deserve each other.
Why do you have to be a dragon?
Never to be.
Dragon, why do you have to be right here?
And I think they even named the super ghost like Sayakaya or something like that.
Oh my god, I actually know what you're talking about because there's a game that actually has that featured in it.
Oh, are you serious?
Uh-huh.
Oh man.
I don't remember all of the details, but I have this like weird vague recollection of someone playing this game somewhere in the back of my mind, but like yeah, it's a game that's like really shittily made, by the way.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it actually features the combined ghosts of Sadako and Kayako.
Kayako.
God, and it's like it starts off as like this police investigation or something like that. I don't even remember.
So maybe it was a movie tie-in game, or maybe just a shittily made mod or something.
I mean, it's probably a shittily made indie game that was based on the movie, or at least inspired by it.
Yeah.
Super Ghost sounds cool. Saber Dragon Bear. Mount your friends? No, don't mount your friends unless they give you permission.
No, I mean,
I
but
think
that
that's the
was
name
the
of the
game I
game.
was thinking of, Shikarian. The one where you climb on top of each other and also a goat. Boy.
Um,
That reminds me of when I saw I'm not sure if either of you know what Kamen Rider is. But it's this series from Japan that's basically in the same genre as like Ultraman and Super Sentai of like, masked transforming heroes. And they tried to reboot the original series in the form of movies. And the second installment of that film series, for whatever reason, they decided to bring in a Sadako-esque curse ghost for that, and I felt like the people in charge of that movie wanted two different movies, and they ended up trying to make both, and it doesn't work at all.
I'm intimidated by Dragon. I'm saving again. Alright. I can try to deal with Dragon. I will not be successful. Oh, there's a house.
One has never beaten a dragon without first dying several times to said dragon.
Ian in the chat, it's just Dragon Tales. Come along, take my hand. Let's all go to Dragonland.
Oh my god. I'm just going inside the house. Because I don't want to be out with Dragon.
Yes.
Oh, I should probably not be crouching.
You raise an excellent point, Phoenix.
Oh.
So long as Laura is a fairy type, she should be fine against dragons.
You're not wrong.
I mean, we've established that you are just a human blissey at this point.
Oh no! Oh no!
No, no.
Well,
Let's try that again. Let's try that again, without Lydia dying. Horsey!
Always a benefit. The death of Lydia, please no.
Well, he doesn't look happy.
I mean, one is
Oops.
typically not happy when one is on fire.
yeah, it depends on what you're into, but for the most part.
Griffin.
I'm just saying. It takes all kinds, Alex.
No.
Never took you for a bigot.
I'm trying to fight, and you guys are being kind of dickish, just FYI. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. I'm just gulping down the fucking... Alright, salmon steak. Alright, I can eat that.
Yes. I will say, Undyne, it's the, I do go with the latter spelling for my name.
Dead! Dead! Thank goodness, and you're not dead, Lydia. And I love you. Wait, did you just... Okay. And you have nothing worth taking. Well, on you. Oh.
Sure burns pretty, though.
Oh, yes. Arcane Enchanter, that's nice. Well, stealing. It doesn't belong to anyone anymore.
Say, does it count as stealing if the owner is dead?
I'm
Don't
go-
answer that.
I mean, that depends. Would you consider grave robbing stealing, Alex?
It's just fast archaeology.
It's exceedingly late spring cleaning.
I don't know which of those I prefer.
I mean, you know, honestly, all I did was walk into this guy's house and he just started fucking throwing magic at me. I don't know what his fucking problem is.
I know. All I did was break into someone's home, and then suddenly I'm the bad guy.
I'm the
You
bad
set someone on
guy.
fire with the powers of magic one time. so glad someone appreciated fast archaeology. I see you, Undyne, and I appreciate you appreciating me.
All the villains that you see,
So many books.
all of them.
Be insane if someone were to try and read every single one.
Mhm.
Again, I love how it's saying stealing from, but it's like, I mean, it doesn't belong to anyone anymore.
Who are you stealing from at this point?
Exactly.
Unless
Also,
it's gonna... Yeah.
Sorry, sorry. It's just like for whatever reason, like when you mentioned all those books that someone would never have time to read, Alex. For whatever reason, just randomly remembered that Page Master was the thing.
Page Master?
It was a half live action, half animated movie featuring, I believe, Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, that book, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know what you're...
Yeah, and it had Christopher Lloyd as the librarian.
Yeah. Can I not use this? I wanted to use this. Can I not use it to cook something?
Yeah. But yeah, it was the story of this kid getting sucked into the world of books and joined by 3 sentient books, each representing adventure, fairy tales, and horror.
Oh. Oh, okay.
And I'm not sure, but I think the fairy tales one was played by Whoopi Goldberg.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, boots. Okay.
I cannot believe you're advocating grave robbing. It's fast archaeology. We've been over this.
Yeah, listen, Tomb Raider has been supporting fast archaeology longer than any of us, so...
First?
I mean, one could argue that fast archaeology is a farce, but...
What's up there?
More books. That's what's up.
Undyne in the chat. I mean, Alex made it sound good, so... Alex makes a lot of things sound good. They have a knack for that.
I hope so. I just want to be... I want to be positive and cool.
Oh, that's a refreshing change of pace in the chat. Hey, Alex's friends. Hey, Alex, you nerd.
Wait, why would you put a wooden bowl in your fucking dresser?
I mean, I will say
For
it's rather nice
change.
being acknowledged us as being acknowledged as Alex and Alex's friends rather than Law, Griffin, and chat.
I was gonna say.
You know, it's a refreshing change.
Yeah.
Although, like you said yourself, well, I've become a semi-regular host now, which I could not be happier about.
I'm not supposed to be in here? You got an opinion on that?
You want to go?
Head big, many thought.
Lydia sure has a lot of things to say about where you should be for someone who has a penchant of falling through floors.
She's got a lot to say about nothing. Much like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love you anyway.
Oh, that's a mistake.
It's a mistake I'll choose to make.
It's a mistake I'll choose to make. Oh yeah, there's a level up.
Callbacks.
Yes.
BRB while I go to the cemetery to leave some flowers on a grave. Yes. Now let me just advocate, just so that we can be absolutely very plain. Please do not grave rob if you're going to get caught.
We here at M. Loreley do not condone grave robbing.
Do we?
No.
No?
No. No, stop. What are you... What are you doing?
I like Zach's comment in the chat, which is basically a variant of, I think I will cause problems on purpose.
the implication that loving and appreciate that
Yes.
you heard me.
Yes, I
You
heard,
heard me.
understood, and still stand by my statement.
Oh, I don't know why I try talking.
Mood. Fucking mood.
If you're going to get caught, Alex, don't you mean don't grave rob at all? Sure. Sure.
We're a morally gray YouTube channel here.
Hey, no, I'm just saying that if someone were to get caught while grave robbing, that would be very bad.
Ooh. Ooh.
The timing
Lord.
of that was pretty good.
Oh,
Just
I
spending her time.
need to kill another dragon. That's what I need.
When did you kill one? Oh, right, in the beginning.
The scripted one.
Because like, you keep
Scripted
running the
one.
fuck away from them.
Well, the first one, which had like a whole army behind me, I stole a loaf of bread. Couldn't have said. Okay, so am I going to have someone start trying to arrest me for stealing from this house where no one saw it happen? Oh, cool. There's stuff in the garden. Cool.
Like, I would fucking laugh if that one dude, like, was waiting for you outside the house. Stop! You violated the law! Pay to the court a fine or face your sentence. Your stolen goods are now forfeit.
Ah, there's still a dragon. Okay.
Well, you just said you needed to kill a dragon, and now Skyrim has gifted one to you.
I don't know.
Look, a gift dragon in the mouth.
Yes.
Okay.
That reminds me of when I saw this Vine ages ago of this one dude who was, like, making fun of, like, Skyrim NPCs. And he's like, he basically ended up falling into a pool and drowning. Like, just to simulate how the utter lack of intelligence goes into the artificial intelligence. And then he had a follow-up where he was reciting that line, and then in steps the actual voice actor for the character.
As you do.
Yeah. I really appreciate when, like, voice actors get involved in, like, quick fan stuff like that.
Yeah. Rug says you could try challenging the scripted dragon near Whiterun. Maybe his level is lower than yours now.
Oh, that's a dragon.
That is what Alex just said. Of course, at this point, we can say anything, and I think it would go over your head.
Laura's very, very focused, and
Yeah.
we appreciate this.
Oh. I should take Minor Magicka. That's why I have these. You'll die this day,
But I only
dragon.
have 84 of them.
Just, I see Lore, like, charging up the super move, be dead! Be dead instead!
Oh.
Unlimited power.
No. It is you who die.
Okay. Yeah, I could do that.
You can do it.
New the Dargan.
Don't be dead. Lydia, please don't be dead.
No. Lydia, be alive, please. We
Live
prefer
PLD.
living Lydias.
Oh my god. Oh, please, dead.
This is stressful.
Please dead.
I'm not even
Oh, and
watching
she's
it
alive!
in time with you saying these things, and I'm so stressed out.
She's alive, and I'm alive.
She's alive!
Hey!
Yes! And the dragon is dead!
I mean, win-win.
Hell yeah!
I like how it's, like, dissolving into paper mache.
Everything is coming up, Lore. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Gamer rights. I knew that you were the gaming gamer girl queen.
Yes.
Oh no. You're carrying too much to be able to run. It begins.
The saga continues.
I know I am. Wait, I still need to trade some things. I still need to trade some things. I don't know why.
As a legendary Ghidorah fan, I am sad that the dragon has been robbed of its privilege to live. Actually, it wasn't being robbed of its privilege to live. Its death was actually a pre-existing condition.
Yeah. Also, I'll say this, Undyne, as a fellow legendary Ghidorah fan, Ghidorah had it coming. I mean, Kevin was a sweetheart, but the other two.
I know I'm carrying too much to be able to run.
To elaborate, for anyone confused by my comment, in the newest American Godzilla movie, Ghidorah, a big three-headed dragon, basically, the approach they took to acting that out was they had 3 actors doing motion capture for that, one for each head. There was like the main head, who's kind of the boss, the sort of sadistic head on the right, and then just this curious, somewhat innocent head on the left that the fandom affectionately came to dub Kevin.
I know. I'm trying.
An attempt is being made.
Yes. Let's see, let's be honest. How many times has Ghidorah died so far in the history of cinema? A few.
Oh, I ate some shit that I shouldn't have. Well,
I will say, one of the best moments in that movie, and I think Laura will agree because she saw it too, was when what's her face, the actor who played 11 from
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, her name escapes me. But when Ghidorah is just getting ready to smite her, and she just screams at the giant dragon for a final "fuck you." I think. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, why do I have a fucking flute? You can take those.
In case you need to switch to a bard build.
Yes. Millie Bobby Brown, thank you.
There we go.
But yeah,
oh
when Millie Bobby Brown just screamed angrily at Ghidorah, I think that's one of her most powerful moments in her career. Certainly in that movie.
I mean, that's just it. Like, when you have nothing else, and I've said this pretty consistently actually the last couple of weeks, when you back someone into a corner and they have nothing else to do but die, there are a couple of things they're gonna do. They might cower in their death, which is, again, a normal response, or they're gonna fucking roar back and do what they can to take you down with them, and that's exactly what she did.
Yeah? What a little badass.
Powerful.
Hell yeah.
Then
the
Godzilla
left
just comes
hand
out
is
of the
always-
atomic breath and boom, goodbye, Ghidorah. Yeah.
For a few seconds, yeah.
The left
Again,
hand
there-
is always the idiot. I resent that. The three-headed dragon in the How to Train Your Dragon book series, the left head is Innocence, and she's the nicest one.
I mean, Kevin is also, yeah, I wouldn't imply Kevin as being stupid, just curious and less prone to just, because, like, there's a scene where, like, Ghidorah first shows up, and there's a bunch of, like, soldiers firing at them. Kevin's just going down, sniffing them, and nudging him a little with his nose, giving him a little boop, and not even attacking, because, like, oh, what's this? That was literally Kevin's ooh, what's this moment.
Ooh, oh, whoa.
I mean, that's Kevin, pretty much.
Ooh. Oh, that feels good to make happen. Are you okay there, Alex? Buddy
Sorry,
pal?
your fire breath came through a little bit delayed.
Yes.
it.
King of the Monsters was amazing, Undyne. I also very much liked Kong Skull Island. Those two are my favorite of the MonsterVerse films so far. I'm curious about how Godzilla vs. Kong will turn out if it ever actually happens at this rate.
I mean, all things considered. What am I looking at here?
I
I
mean-
believe the locals call it a mountain.
Yes.
How about you?
High five, Alex.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was nice knowing you, Alex.
I feel like whatever comes now, I deserve it.
Welcome
That
to the
was
dark
really
side.
mean. I'm sorry. Welcome back to another two-person commentary.
What am I getting myself into? Elder's Blood Peak discovered.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's an edgy name.
Yeah, that is. Oh. Frost Troll. Okay, I guess I'll take some Frost Fat.
Oh, okay.
Okay. A lot of bones everywhere here.
Yep. Also, to answer your question, Ragnar, Gareth Edwards directed the 2014 Godzilla. The second one was directed by a different person. In fact, I have the movie right here. Let's see. Michael Dodry. Or Michael Dougherty, sorry. He directed King of the Monsters.
Ooh. You're welcome.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Bones.
Hearing you
But,
cough in the distance there.
But yes, Undyne, if you enjoyed the Heisei era of Godzilla, I highly recommend the 90s and early aughts trilogy of Gamera movies.
I really
There's-
should watch some actual like kaiju films at some point.
You should.
I agree. Aw,
I'm just-
thank you, Undyne.
That's fair. Griffin is excellent.
Listen, but yeah, I would be happy to recommend some quality kaiju films for you, Alex.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's something that I've kind of been meaning to do for a little while, but I got caught up in watching a whole bunch of other things.
Oh yeah, I definitely have like some titles specifically in mind, because a couple years back I took Laura through a few of like my favorites of the Godzilla movies, as well as the Gamera trilogy I mentioned earlier.
I will
And-
say a lot of them are really good. I still think the original Godzilla is good. I think my favorite of the Godzilla movies is the Shin Godzilla.
Yes, Shin Godzilla is absolutely fantastic. I feel it's like very much the modern equivalent to the
Oh!
original 1954.
Oh, what is that? That is a frost
Oh.
troll.
No, thank you. No thanks.
Okay. Alright, this is not bad. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Oh. Lydia, remain alive, please.
Oh.
Oh! Ah!
No
You just
thanks.
finished killing a
No
dragon.
thanks.
I like how like you, the player, just finishes killing a dragon. The game. Okay, have a fucking Yeti.
Lydia!
Oh, have you met Lydia?
Lydia, are you...
Lydia, alive.
Lydia? Oh, there you are. Oh,
Is she okay?
she's okay.
I thought we were gonna have to start putting her picture on milk cartons.
Yeah, I just fucking ended the... Okay, there it is. Do I want to go down there?
Yes.
I'll give it a shot. I want to loot this corpse.
Yes. thank you for breaking that down, Undyne. For anyone who's curious into getting into Godzilla movies, they're broken down into some different eras. The very first one, from like 1954 to 1975, was called the Showa era. And after that, 1984 to, I believe, 95 was
Lydia?
the Heisei era. And then from 1999 to 2004 was the Millennium era. And then when America started bringing back Godzilla in 2014, the films produced under Legendary Studios have fallen under the name of the MonsterVerse. And and I guess starting with 2016's Shin Godzilla, we really, at least the Japanese films to follow, have followed under what is now currently called the Reiwa era. And then there's Zilla. Absolutely right, Ragnar.
This sounds way too complicated.
I can.
How do you keep track of all of them?
Being a huge fucking nerd.
Okay, that's fair. People
Yeah.
say the same thing to me about the Sonic game.
Did I just hear another dragon?
I would not be
Well, this game
surprised.
does not want to let you rest.
God, but yeah, I can probably add maybe even at some point today, Alex, I can come up with a name of what I believe are just at least the most relevant films for you to look at, because
Thank you.
it's a series of 30 plus films, to go through, and that can be very intimidating.
Let me go!
Yeah.
I want to go up! I can't jump. Why can't I not jump?
But yeah, there are definitely some certain titles in my mind that I think are sort of the epitome of what each of those generations of films kind of represent. I mean, me personally, the very first Godzilla film I ever saw was arguably the dumbest ever made, and that was Godzilla vs. Megalon.
Well,
Sometimes dumb films are enjoyable.
Oh, that's just it. That's the whole appeal of a lot of the later Showa era films, because they're just dumb. They are dumb, and they know they're dumb, and that's the whole appeal of them. Because at some point during like the late 60s, early 70s, they really decided to drive hard, like to pretty much bet all their chips on advertising Godzilla more to kids than adults.
Uh-huh.
Godzilla. Oh, I just trapped myself.
Joy.
Ooh, not always a ideal situation.
That's exactly it, Undyne. They basically marketed Godzilla a lot more towards children to try and bring in a lot more money. Because originally Godzilla was supposed to end in, I believe it was 1964 when they made the film Destroy All Monsters. And the whole crux of that was, okay, we've made a lot of monster movies in the past 10 years or so we've been doing this. Let's try and bring in every single monster we've made up until now and have one big finale. And then they started making more. With mixed results.
Well,
Yes.
you don't beat a dead horse, it will just... There was an end to that sentence.
Oh,
There
yeah.
was. It's gone.
Also, I apologize, Laura, for having taken up a lot of time on this stream when talking about Godzilla.
I mean, you may have noticed I was providing my own amazing commentary in the process.
Oh, even so.
All right. Well, that didn't quite work the way I wanted it to. But let's see. Is there? Yep, there is still, in fact, a frost troll.
Please, no. Can I introduce you to, my fire? Goodbye, sir.
And there we go. It's dead.
Yes. That was
Victory.
easy.
That was a lot
Well
easier.
dead, Lydia.
Ah, that's right. Okay. But this time, Oh, that's a moon.
Ooh.
Ooh. That's a moon. Hey, that's a fucking harvest moon if I ever saw one.
Oh, right.
Except minus the primary color associated with harvest moons.
Where's... oh, food, probably. Sack of flour. You go ahead and take all of that. Jeez, that's gorgeous. Sorry.
Ooh.
I mean, agreed.
Alright, I'm also going to save now that I've accomplished that.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, that's would be my first recommendation. The pumpkin moon is rising, and we've come full circle back to pumpkins.
I was gonna say.
The circle of stupidity is complete.
I recognize that reference. I understood that reference, rather.
I represent that reference.
You can shut up and die.
I mean, we're your co-hosts. That's kind of mean.
I wasn't talking about you. I was specifically referring to Griffin. I'm probably not supposed to be going this way.
It's an open world game. Supposed to go is sort of... Well, I mean, that term loses all meaning in these types of games.
My hands are on fire. I'm going where I desire. What are you doing? Okay, Lydia, I guess you're gone now. Bye. Don't fall down any more traps.
I like how concerned you were with her before, and then now you're just like, okay, don't let the trap hit you in the ass.
I mean, what else am I supposed to do when she does this shit?
Suffer?
I already do. After
Yeah.
all, I've got you in call with me. But
Hey-oh.
pish. But tish.
But
If I may interject, a tish.
Is that a blood stain?
dude,
It's Skyrim, so yes.
Alright, Lydia. Lydia? Wow, Lydia, you're kind of useless right now. Oh, there's a fucking wolf.
When has she been
Oh, wait,
used?
no.
right now.
It's a dog. I'm not gonna attack a dog.
They're the same thing. Why are you discriminating?
I
Because
think
one
he
of
will...
them is Scary Wolf and one is Bubby.
I think you will find. Lydia. Lydia.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I would much rather punch a Shih Tzu into the horizon than hurt a wolf.
I mean, I don't want to hurt wolves, but they will run at me and attack me, and that's the problem that I have with them, alright?
Fair. Well, also, Shih Tzus have been known to attack me.
Well, knowing...
Possibly because you threatened to punt them.
You know, that is something to consider.
Well, I
You can
threatened to
sense
punt
fear.
them because they bit me.
Have you tried not being bit by them?
Yeah.
Oh, I did. And then I got bit by them.
That sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, honestly, that's not really fair to put on the Shih Tzu.
Yes. Well, it's dead now anyway, so it's not my problem anymore.
Wow!
No! Griffin!
Fuck you.
It's to
Oh, my
clarify.
Christian Roblox stream.
To clarify, I'm referring to one particular Shih Tzu that bit my nose open when I was 5.
Well, no one cares about your nose.
Yeah, right. It's too big to be appealing to anyone anyway.
That's not at all what I said. Morthal discovered.
So lost.
I am very lost. Ooh, death bell. Sweet. Give me more death bell. Okay, so I've discovered this place.
Ian in
Ian,
chat. There was
that's-
one.
Are you gonna provide some more context on that?
There was
Or is
once
that
a
just the
goat that wanted me dead. I
Is
mean,
that just the end of the
that-
story?
it's literally birds in general for me. Like, specifically geese and pigeons.
They can sense fear.
They can, and they take advantage of it by invoking more of it.
There once was a
That
goat that
sounds like
wanted
a
me
you
dead.
problem.
And goats are creepy fucks, I'll say that.
No, I'm trying to think, because that sounds like the beginning to a limerick. There once was a goat that wanted me dead. I milked its mom, and it kicked my head. I went to the barn. I went to the barn, and an axe I did arm. That goat is now painted with red. Okay.
The goat's now the dead one instead.
The goat be dead instead.
And we've come full circle with that too. Thank you. Oh
What
god.
end the cycle of stupidity is complete.
What a horrid retelling of this tale of Azrael.
No! No!
Excuse me.
Griffin!
Oh, hi.
No! That's not legal!
Let's get some beans and nip in the
Ragnar's the Jack Griffin, no!
Leave him alone.
Oh god.
Mental note. Do not leave Griffin alone with any given copy of Undertale.
Oh, I'm literally crying.
No, I want to buy your food. Give me your food. You want me to steal from? I can steal from you. You won't like it.
There's just something. No, I want to buy your food. Give me your food.
I need to get rid of some things. No, no, I don't want it anymore. Go away.
I want to buy your food. Give me your food. No, I don't want it anymore.
Well, cause now I was like, fuck off, both of you.
Oh, hey, Rob. There once was a woman named Lore, whose fans I can tell she adored. Whilst playing with friends, a goat met its end. Well, at least it wasn't a boar.
I love that you managed to turn this limerick into a pun.
I mean, you do realize you have to compose this now, Rob.
I would say, to be fair,
Please.
this is Robin we're talking about.
It
Please.
is. Go subscribe to Unirob. He does all the good musics.
He
What a boy.
composes, he is an amazing ukulele player, and also just an amazingly sweet being who we all love.
And he gives
Absolutely.
really good hugs.
Mm.
I can't say that for in person. I believe
he-
you, though.
Yeah, Rob has done a lot of fantastic music from everyone from me to fucking Tom Ska.
And I've
Yeah.
actually, I mean, I've also commissioned, I've yet to use it, but I've also commissioned Rob for something.
Yeah.
I've also pseudo commissioned Rob for something.
Yeah.
Oh my, was it the hug?
Oh, I get those for free.
Oh my!
Sorry, was that under the table?
No comment.
What happens in the UK stays in the UK? Is that what I'm understanding here, Alex?
Oh, you have no idea. You have no idea.
Wow, that's two key smashes. Wow. I apparently had a vocal one.
Yes. Griffin, I swear to the gods.
So, did I screw a little bit lore? Alex! Griffin, I swear to the gods! Ah!
I mean, to me, it sounds like Robin is very happy about Robin Appreciation Hours.
You can
Absolutely.
practically hear him wagging his tail.
Why would you say it like that?
Because it's me. And I live to make people uncomfortable.
We know.
It's true.
Ah, I love being
So
able
why
to...
must you torture me like this?
You
Because
brought it
it's
upon
our
yourself.
lifeblood. Yeah, it's our lifeblood, Rob. That's why.
Says that I have the strength of these group.
Oh shit! I didn't know he had a persona.
Did you not? Wait, did you not know this?
I didn't know he was a furry.
Oh, that makes it
I
so
had
much
no
idea. Though Zach is right, because you're adorable when you're tortured.
I mean, all y'all are adorable when you're tortured. Me, I can't say adorable is the name of my game.
I, for one, welcome our new furry overlords.
I mean, if the furries are becoming overlords, that means that this stream is mine now.
Are you saying you've marked your territory?
Griffin?
And that's my time.
Zach, how dare? Oh, don't dig yourself into a hole,
Oh.
dude. Did you consider that the hole was where, in fact, he wanted to be?
There's a joke there, and I'm choosing not to make it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, just use your imagination, audience. Oh, God. And the tears are back.
And the tears are gone.
As I wipe them away.
Wouldn't be the first hole I've dug into, Uwu.
Oh, God, I'm getting a fucking headache from how much I'm laughing.
This is sure is a stream.
It certainly is. Of that, we can be assured.
Oh,
Uh,
Nice
Well,
of
aren't
Lydia
you
to still be alive.
sweet?
hmm.
I may be trying to give you something.
Yes, wouldn't you mean The Hole starring Shia LaBeouf?
Would you care for 25 packets of flour?
Oh, sorry, Holes. That was the name of the movie.
I should sell some of these things, I think. Yeah. Potion of
I think-
glibness. Can you stop being a sarcastic little shit with me? Like, I get it. I kind of put you in some dangerous situations here, but like, Tomska told there were 25 packets full of flour. They wanted me to use them for power. Go on.
You've started a limerick now.
What? 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 Why are you all talking to me at the same time? Leave me alone! No! I don't want to test it out with you. Go away!
Who confused his haikus with his limericks.
Alright, where is... Alright, I need to find... Dragon's Reach is up that way, so I guess that's where I need to go? Yeah,
I mean,
that's...
Dragon's Reach sounds like a place that would have dragons.
No, I mean, I need to find the local... What's his name? Jarl? That's not
Ooh.
his name, that's his title.
Alright, you have a good one, Rob.
Yes, you take care, Rob, after we tormented
care.
you for a while. Alex is indeed a good bean.
Agreed.
Nope. Cancelled. Hashtag Robin is over party.
I will say, so far this has been a productive stream. You've managed to kill a whole ass dragon.
Yeah.
A whole ass dragon.
Yeah.
Even with Griffin and I being Griffin and I.
Yeah.
So
which
is it time to
an
start?
achievement to say the least.
Is it time to start actually breaking down into modem chat again? I know that we said this
like
last week. We did actually say this last week too, and so I'll say that much. But so last week we were going to actually go into the cathedral, and then it turned out we weren't able to do that. Unfortunately, one of the members was not feeling well, and we didn't want to do one of the major missions of our campaign without him being able to participate in it. So we ended up kind of stretching out a day where they visited the market and all sorts of fun stuff. And there's a lot of nice roleplay moments. They stopped by a jeweler's, in which one of the party members got an amulet dedicated to their god. And my character actually went to get an engraving of a symbol of a goddess that they are trying to promote because she might be the true goddess of the night. And so she's trying to help lend the goddess more power by spreading her name and getting people to start worshiping her, or at least considering her in terms of worship. And so this engraving is part of that. They then went to weapons show, or basically a smithy, and one of the party members has been collecting daggers, and then provided these daggers to the smithy, saying, "Make this into one dagger." And Smithy looked at it and was like, "I can melt that into a sword." And she's like, "That's good." And then Ophelia, being the daughter of a businessman, being a 20 charisma, persuasion, skilled character, came in and was like, "How about you give her a discount? Because think of it this way. This is a chance for you to be really creative while making something." And the smithy was actually like, "You know what? I will take the pay reduction as long as you let me do whatever I want to make this." So now that character might be getting a sword that's actually even better as a result. Might have special magical effects or some kind of special effect for using it. Oh, because my character is...
a juicy upgrade.
I know, right? And she also picked up a sling because she has magic stone as a spell, so she's like, "I'm gonna, do some extra damage with my spell." Small daggers melt down into big dagger. Goddess of the night, Princess Luna. No, that's Princess of the night. And then they went to an alchemist shop where, literally, they ran into a Karen who was chewing out
the telling me about this.
Yeah. She was tearing into the alchemist and was like, "How dare you? You didn't even, and so, screaming at him. Ophelia came over and said, and it was like, "That's terrible customer service. What did he do to neglect you?" And Karen went on to, her name was literally Karen, by the way. Karen then went on to explain, "I ordered my stuff a week ago, and I didn't get it in, so I came by myself. I took time out of my day, and turns out he never even ordered it, because he doesn't even have it in." And Ophelia went, "Oh, that's terrible. There is no excuse for that." Turned to the shop owner. "I mean, there could possibly be no excuse for why that might not have come through, right? I mean, how could you not have prepared for every possible instant?" I'm kind of spitballing here, but there couldn't have been any possible reason why you don't have her order ready for her, could you? And Karen was like, "Yes, exactly." I hadn't considered that. And then asked, "Is there something that happened?" And the alchemist revealed that he'd had his shit stolen very recently, and so that included her order. And so, he made the apology, and the Karen was like, "Well, fine, just have it ready for me when you can. And he's like, yeah, no, I've got it on order. I'm getting it in. I'll be happy to make that for you. It's just that, unfortunately, it was stolen. And so the Karen left. And the best part is that Ophelia might have, like, dissuaded her from screaming at him or lied to her or something like that. But instead what Ophelia did was point out what she was doing. That she was yelling at someone for no reason. And from then on, this Karen is going to have to think about her interactions where she gets so self-righteously angry. Is she, in fact, actually creating more problems?
Also, I love how, like, as you started telling the story, I went to Twitter to just check out fun stuff, and one of the trending things is Karen's gone wild.
It is constantly surprising how much you can get people to change their behavior by holding up a mirror to them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and then Owen, who was with them at the time, got a spell component pouch and was just like... Unfortunately, they were not able to buy any potions because the potions were, like, starting in the 150 gold range, and, like, they had maybe 20 gold pieces apiece right now. But then they left there, and then they went to a fucking candy store.
Mm-hmm.
The candy store had enchanted candy. And some really cool stuff, like, you know, Ophelia immediately went to the chocolates and found some interesting stuff, including a candy that will give her dark vision, a candy that allows her to cast Hex at a 3rd level, and things that were conversational hearts that, with whatever language is printed on them, if you eat one of them, you get to speak that language for 10 minutes.
As well as lollipops that gave you dragon breath.
Well, dragon breath effects, but yes. Laura and Griffin are in sync yet again. Yes, there was once a girl named Karen who considered her life a heroine, but was considered a brat and even a cat, but that rhymes with Karen. Barren. But her womb was truly barren. Anyway.
Ooh.
Her soul was truly... Let's change that around, actually. Her soul was truly... Yeah, her soul was truly barren. Magic Chocolate, Willy Wonka. I mean, it was run by 2 kobolds, who were very helpful. And the best part is that, like, so, one of the NPCs in the party, we actually had, Weldon was with us, and Louis, who is actually one of the people who is possessed by one of the extra creatures. Extra passengers. Well, fuck off! It's Sam, and I love...
a creature.
I love Sam. Fuck you.
I am just a little
Fuck
creature,
off.
Nothing more. I cannot change these.
Fuck off anyway. So he was staring at a bunch of lollipops that were dragon heads, and he was like, I'm kind of tempted, but, like, you know, Sam is telling me not the red one. And, like, at first I was kind of like, okay, well, maybe one of the others, that might be cool, and probably will give you something related to dragons. And the thing is that after the not related to not red dragon, that comment came up, it took me a second, and then I remembered, and I think Ophelia basically simultaneously remembered, Weldon mentioning in his backstory, and Weldon is Sam from another timeline, Weldon mentioning that he was orphaned by a dragon.
A red dragon?
I'm thinking so.
Oh.
So
awkward.
So Sam being like, yeah, not the red one, please. And like it took me a second, and I'm not sure who else might have gotten it, and I don't know if any of them are going to be watching this stream. But yeah, no, like in the moment, and you can even hear in the recording of me going, oh. And I don't know who else all got that or picked up on that.
I mean,
like,
you had to explain it to me later. So.
Yep. So that was fun. And then, of course, this was actually funny to me. Like, Weldon was kind of like, he was interested in the candy, but he's like, nah, I think I'm good on the candy. And simultaneously, both me and a friend of ours, Jane, who basically is Prin, the pixie, me and her both went, Are you sure? And so, I'm just picturing... like, the visual for this, with Weldon standing there, maybe his arms folded, kind of like, nah, I think I'm good on this. And Ophelia on one side and Prin on the other, sliding into frames with that kind of like cat face and going, "Are you sure?"
Just the image of this badass half-elf wizard being peer pressured by a pixie and a Nojo-sama. A teenage Nojo-sama at that.
Well, to be fair, I mean, he has reason to respect the Fae, and also that was his friend with Prin.
Yeah.
And Ophelia is his daughter, and also apparently mom, because she keeps, like, "I am still not over the hey fucker," and her being like, "Well then. Well
Hey,
then."
fucker.
And apparently it turns out that he just panicked on the spot. But anyway,
Hey fucker,
so...
but with the hey fucker, but with the same energy as hey Adora. Hey fucker.
Are you
No.
fucking sorry?
Fucking stop. Anyway, so we actually left off this last session with them basically splitting up the party, with Ophelia wanting to go try and track down the bandits that robbed the alchemist, and the others deciding to go back to the inn. So, Owen and Louis actually both went with Ophelia. And I decided that I didn't want to take up this next session with Ophelia trying to track down the bandits and possibly having a whole encounter. I wanted to get to the fucking mission! And she would too. So what I talked with Gab, and we decided that what we're going to do is we're going to put that on the shelf, and possibly another run to Faerun or something like that. We'll come back and deal with that and other stuff in the city. But what instead is going to happen is that she was going to look for Roger, who was their main possible connection with the criminal elements in the town. Long, complicated story, but anyway. And they don't find him for a couple of hours there. So Louis, Owen, and Ophelia wandering around, not able to find anything, not really making any kind of progress. And mind you, Owen doesn't necessarily hate Ophelia, but has been frustrated by her. And Ophelia hates Owen right now.
And then all hell broke loose.
So, not to take up time during the actual session, but apparently during playing today, Griffin and I actually played out a scene where Owen and Ophelia kind of had it out. With Owen starting with, like, maybe we should consider joining the others, this is carrying on quite some time. And Ophelia rounding on him and being like, "You don't get to tell me what to do!" And him trying to de-escalate, but then her throwing a whole bunch of really hurtful accusations his way.
And that's when he threw down the gauntlet.
He threw down the gauntlet, and there was a bit of a back and forth with, like, "Well, you never trusted me, so how can I trust..." And that was actually on both sides kind of thing. Up until the point where, I forget exactly what it was, but it was talking about how what he did hurt the team, traumatized them completely needlessly because he faked his own murder. I mean, he did actually die, but was transferred to a new body, but it's, again, complicated. We've already talked about it before.
Yeah, and metagaming, like, we've both agreed that he had at least some good reasons for doing what he did. But that doesn't change the fact that it hit Ophelia particularly hard.
Yeah. So she was among the people who found the body and was particularly traumatized because of shit that happened in her past. So, she was basically like, "Do you even know what you did? You could have done something different. And instead, you had to subject all of us to the terror of what happened to you, the misery and the grief. You put Yona through hell. You put me through hell." And at one point, she straight up asks him, "Did you ever wonder why Timothy struggles the way that he does?" And so,
Yeah,
Owen,
Timothy being her character's younger brother.
Yeah, who has some difficulty moving around, has health problems. We've also talked about this before, it's those of you who are regulars.
Oh, yeah.
And he struggles to move around, and Owen came through with his assumption that Timothy had always had health issues, and that was basically neglected by his wealthy family, that insinuating that it was because they kept him sheltered that he never got to grow, and that was why he was scared, and all of that. And insinuating that Ophelia would have thrown Timothy under the bus if it meant that she could pursue Scout. And Ophelia went from, like, heated anger to ice cold. And straight up said at the start of her response, if you ever insinuate that I would do anything to hurt my brother again, I will kill you. Like, just straight up flat.
up.
You know, she was pissed off. And she went on to explain, first of all, his hypocrisy. And second of all, saying, Timothy, 2 years ago, was attacked. He was stabbed in the chest, repeatedly. And I was the one who found him. And the reason why that's why he struggles to move around. And the reason why he's so scared to meet new people is because the next new person might be the one to kill him. And Owen had this moment of, like...
He had no shit moment.
He had a... Not only... Because there's about 3 different things that were going on there. There was the I completely misread the situation with Timothy moment. There was the realization that why Ophelia was so pissed was because he literally enacted a personal trauma for her. With no warning whatsoever, and she had to be the one in the midst of that, because, like, you know, the NPCs were kind of like, what do we do? One of the team members, you know, lost a constitution save and had to go throw up because, again, finding a dead body will do that.
Yeah.
And one of the other characters kind of chased after to help him. The only other play character in the room was Tycho, who was just kind of, like, taking in the situation with a very, you know, grim realization of what had happened. And so Ophelia had to be the one, despite having the most personal connection with this particular kind of stabbing, to then go, okay, we need to figure out what happened. Let's look for clues. Let's figure out who did this and why, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So all of this kind of came to light all at once with that one fucking phrase, and Owen was like, well, sorry.
Yeah.
And
Sorry, I guess.
and Ophelia did go on to explain, basically, like, you know, it hurt because you may not believe me, but I did care about you. I cared about your friendship, and I was hurt when you kept pushing us all away, and, you know, all of this stuff. And then you did what you did, and, you know, I can't get past that. So, that's not like I like you or anything. So the thing is that they're kind of they've at least had their, you know, out and out back and forth with that. They kind of unearthed some of the things. Mind you, one of the things that was also said earlier in the session was another character, Duo, had a conversation with Owen, and Owen revealed that one of his potential plans had Katessa, his new goddess, not reached out to him. He was planning to kill Blaine Price, Ophelia's father.
Cool.
I mean, because here's the thing. Owen is about as socialist as they come, and considering Blaine Price is the epitome of capitalism and what Owen considers to be the source of all evil in the town they come from, he was convinced that if he went away, a lot of the bad in that town would go away.
Where do I... Where do I sell my potions? I want to sell potions.
Probably someplace where money is involved.
Okay, but the person that I was just talking to, BT Dubs, was a magic user. Anyway, so this last session was a lot of character moments, a lot of role-playing that actually panned out really well.
Yeah.
Hey Griffin, can you do me a quick favor and actually, like, Google search where to sell potions Skyrim? Like,
Yeah, one sec.
like maybe even specifically Whiterun?
Yeah.
Does he not know that's not how it works? Well,
I'm assuming
yeah.
they're talking about Owen.
Yeah, Owen with Blaine. The thing is that it would have been a problem, but at least you would have been taking out, like, one of the figures who was protected by that kind of bullshit.
let's see. Arcadia's Cauldron is an alchemy shop in the Plains District, in the city of Whiterun.
Okay, what was it again?
Arcadia's Cauldron.
Arcadia's Cauldron?
It's in the Plains District.
Well, that doesn't help me much.
I've also got an image of a map here that I can open for you.
Okay, Breeze Home, War Maidens, General Goods. There it is. Okay. I have a map, just so you know. I'm just trying to find out where it is on the map.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah, Owen isn't as ignorant as to think, oh, I kill this one dude, everything will go away, but, like, he was convinced that, like, at least killing the source of what he believed to be, like, police corruption and possibly underground conspiracies going on would at least be a fresh start to at least helping things improve.
There we go. Yeah, basically disrupting the mantle of power where it was. I went in the wrong door, but that's okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, and so the reason, because like another member of their party, Duo, sort of moonlights as a masked vigilante, and the reason, well, the main reason Owen has come to dislike that particular vigilante so much is because, like, the vigilante mainly what he would do is like he would like stop burglars and catch, you know, cats in trees and stuff like that, rather than doing what he thought would fix a lot of the problems in the town and killing Blaine Price, because Owen believed that a lot of the basic crimes that the Green Fist was solving was basically stuff perpetuated by, you know, a society that doesn't give people many opportunities to succeed when they don't have enough resources.
Standard anti-capitalism.
Yeah. Again, he is just socialism with magic. That is the summary of Owen as a character.
Magic.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, it's what they deserve.
Agreed.
Back anytime, if you need a remedy. Right behind you.
Let me...
How can I serve you?
How can I serve you, my thing? Give me shit is what I want. I want to wear my amulet, which I gave to you, so that's fair.
Let's get going then. I have several elixirs, so you're interested in my potions and ingredients?
Yes. Let me sell you some things, actually. Solution of health. I'm not gonna have the strategy to think of that in the moment. I mostly just kind of, you know.
Make noises and throw fire. Honestly, that would be my strategy in life if I was capable of throwing fire. Would be to make noises and throw fire.
I mean,
Oh, you don't have any more money. Okay.
Oh,
I should probably buy some things from you then, maybe.
such a weird concept of the, like, the people buying things from you can run out of money.
Yeah, but they can, and that even makes sense.
yeah.
I think I can afford that. And I think I can buy that. I thought that said potion of resist gold. And I was momentarily confused. Well,
in
now...
a socialism and magic, I came in at a good time.
I sold that to you for much less.
I mean, how do you expect them to make a profit?
So, okay, so you've got potion of of haggling. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, I can probably sell that actually. Yeah. Yep. You know what? I'm not going to. Okay, so that's pretty good. What I probably should do, actually.
Ignored like you doesn't need a cure-all, huh?
How about shut up? Just saying. And actually, I should check something. Active effects. Okay, so I'm not sick by anything.
If there's anything I can help you with.
Oops, no! No. I'm sorry, I meant to go out into Whiterun, not to pick the lock on someone's door. Whoa. Okay. Suddenly, oh, hi, Jane.
Hey!
I was
Say hello
rather.
to red as a tomato, everyone.
Yeah. Let's see. So I should actually see if I can buy a house.
Yeah. But yeah, Jane, we were just elaborating on some of the interactions between Owen and Ophelia, sort of in between last session and this upcoming session.
Did you want to maybe link her to the conversation?
If I may.
You may. I believe you. Do you have a link to it?
I believe you gave it to me. Let me just scroll
If
up and
not,
see if
I do.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will send you the drive link to that, Jane. Think you may get a kick out of it.
I don't
We'll
care
have a good
about.
day back.
Why are there so many children? Wait, no,
They tend to appear.
no,
Yeah.
but it's stupid. Why are there so many children? Why do you have so many children, Jarl?
I will never get over that fucking like that does not sound like a position of like honor. It sounds like someone like midway through losing their lunch. Yarr!
I mean, you're not wrong.
Where is this man that I need to buy a house from? I'm pretty
Oh,
su-
I get it now. The kids come with the houses.
I wish that I could pause and save and Fusroda you. Where is the thing I want to do?
Thank you, Phoenix. There's only one thing worse than a murderer. A child. No.
No.
There's only one thing worse than worse than a murderer.
There's only one thing worse than a child.
A child. No. A child's child.
No.
No.
That
Okay.
is bad.
Can you tell me how to buy? No. Google for me how to buy Bree's home.
Okay. How do you spell brie? B-R-I-E?
I
Like the
assume
cheese?
cheese.
Bree's home.
Oh. Alright. Breeze home.
I
Let
still
me
have it.
see here. It can be purchased from Preventist Avenici, I believe that's how that's pronounced, after the Jarl of Whiterun allows the purchasing of property, or from Brill if the Dragonborn has completed the battle for Whiterun in the Stormcloaks.
Okay, so where does it say that man is?
Let me see here. Let's see. Purchased from Provincius motherfucker. It looks like this dude is a steward. Look, he can usually be found standing next to the Jarl's throne, in the Jarl's war room behind the throne, in his bedroom, in the back rooms of Dragon Search, or dining on the Great Porch.
Hi, Lydia.
So he's a bald dude with,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, hi, Fenris. Where? I want to buy a house. I want to give you money!
Shut up and take my money.
This isn't very cash money of you.
Can I just, like, wait. Are you guys just gonna let me steal stuff from the Jarl? Oh, okay. No, okay. Right after I asked that, the guard said, by the way, disrespect the Jarl and you disrespect him, or disrespect the law and you disrespect me. I was like, okay, I won't steal stuff then.
Well, fine.
Long taffy treat? I want...
God, I could really murder some saltwater taffy right now.
Murder it.
Yeah.
Is this a good or a bad time to mention that I'm the kind of person who has... I'm a person who has never once had taffy?
My dude, we will get you some taffy.
I don't know if it's like as big a thing over here as it is over there.
I find a lot of times it's in like coastal towns where it's most prevalent.
That's fair. I'm about as inland as you can get in this country.
Yeah.
Which admittedly, on your scale, is not that much. But...
But yeah, saltwater taffy tends to be most popular in like coastal cities and towns where there's like, well,
saltwater.
Yeah, exactly. There was this candy shop. They used to be, because I spent a lot of time living in Humboldt County in Northern California, and they had this candy store down by the boardwalk in Eureka, and they had a literal canoe full of saltwater taffy.
Wait, hold on. It's just Starburst?
Sort of?
Starburst. It's a similar texture, but no.
Wait.
Saltwater taffy.
Wait.
Oh, go ahead.
Are you the one I need? Yes, it is! It's you! I'd like to purchase a house in the city.
Yeah.
There's a house available right now.
Sorry.
But
Wonderful. Here's the key to your new home.
Thank you for letting me buy my fucking house. I didn't mean to go out here!
Yay! House acquired.
yes. But yeah, saltwater taffy is definitely a lot softer than Starburst. Not so much of a concentrated like chemical fruit flavor. A lot stretchier. Has a bit of a mild, like a barely noticeable salt. I'm trying to remember if there's much of a salty flavor to that taffy, but there's not too terribly much to speak of.
What salt flavor is there is usually very, very mild and is literally the case of like adding salt to any sweet thing that you make. It's literally just to enhance the flavor of the sweet. Saltwater taffy is actually not made with like, salt water. It's actually sold near a lot of places that have salt water, but it's not really made with that at this point.
Yeah.
It is a very, very chewy, so you say Starburst, but it's actually chewier than that. It has a lot more flavor to it. It'll be really rich in flavor, depending on what kind of flavors you actually get with it. It's very versatile in that regard.
Yeah. And more natural flavoring.
Yeah, and you're not getting you're not going to get corn syrup, for example. You're going to get sugar, and real sugar, real authentic sweetness. Yeah. And that's kind of the thing. It's legitimately, it's really good. I grew up in areas where that actually, where is Breeze? Okay,
yeah, so here's a picture of what some individual things might look like, Alex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you've ever seen these in candy stores, that's saltwater taffy.
I see.
So there's, it's really tasty. Everyone has their own particular tastes. This is not my house.
Yeah, I even found what appears to be a guide to some of the flavors that are out there. And this is just a small sample of what you can find.
Strawberry, key lime, banana, vanilla, peppermint, cotton candy, apple, watermelon. Whoa, that's
Oh yeah, they and
more
again, this,
than I was expecting.
this
I
is just
figured
the
that
tip.
saltwater taffy came in one flavor, and that was saltwater.
No. And again, dude, this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Wild.
Oh yeah, I would heavily recommend if you can ever find some saltwater taffy, getting some of that.
It's really good.
Yeah.
How do I find my fucking house?
Have you considered going home?
How about you shut your
wow.
face?
I'm just looking at a list of flavors here that looks really good. Let's see, berry cream, apple pie, apricot, banana cream pie.
Hey, oh wait, whoa, back up, hold on.
Mhm.
What did you
Yeah.
say?
Banana
How did
cream.
you pronounce that? How did you pronounce that fruit?
Sorry, the banana.
No, did you say apricot?
That's what I said, apricot.
Apricot.
Sorry, do you do apricot?
Yeah, it's apricot.
Okay, again.
Listen, I'm used to a lot of weird things that are different between American English and British English. That I was not expecting.
Well, again, banana, my dude.
Where the fuck is Breeze home? I thought I was right near it, but where did my house go? Where is my house?
Oh shit, now I want saltwater taffy.
I just want my house.
Again, I could really go for some, like, either banana or, like, caramel.
And I was literally right outside of it.
The blue is in it says house is near the entrance, if I remember correctly.
Look.
Oh, was that your house right there? Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Bless you.
Where's my house? Right here, bitch.
Congratulations, you're now a certified homeowner.
Congratulations. You bought the house from the Grudge.
Congratulations, you now are in possession of debt.
Kayako
Actually-
get.
I mean, actually, I'm fine.
Why was there a fish in a chest?
It's not in the chest. I'm putting it in the chest.
Okay. Why are you putting a
Don't
fish in a
judge him.
chest?
Don't. Maybe the fish wants to be there, huh? Did you even ask the fish what he thinks about the situation?
Unless
No.
there's a metric fuck ton
you.
of salt in there, I'm not sure that's the best idea.
Well, do you know?
Yes!
But do you know?
Considering putting fish in an oaken cask without any sort of preservatives tends to be a bad idea, I'd say that might be a bad idea.
That sounds like a you problem.
It sounds like an everyone within the radius of whatever odor will permeate from that chest in the coming days problem.
Oh, you're not
Sounds
wrong.
like anyone who is susceptible to necrosis problem.
I don't believe in necrosis. I'm waiting till marriage.
No, why did I eat it? Why did I eat it?
Well, at least we don't have to worry about putting it in the chest now.
Laura is simultaneously a misbehaving cat and cat said owner.
Maybe the fish could get used to it. Yeah, that's right, Jane. Maybe that chest is like the fucking hyperbolic time chamber. And
Maybe the real scent of rotting fish was the friends we made along the way.
I'm tempted to agree, Alex.
Oh, quest item. I guess I can't put that away. I guess. Okay, I'm sorry. If you are walking, talking, raccoon run, and if you ever want to have money again, our house in the middle of our codfish. No, I don't have any of that.
I keep forgetting how goddamn adorable the the codfish is.
Hey, Lydia, give me your thing so that I can lighten your load. Whoops, whoops, whoops!
Alex's cat maybe knows what's up. I miss my cat.
Aw.
I haven't seen him in like 4 months. I'd get regular updates of him being a dumb, stupid baby boy. But I haven't seen him in a while. I miss him.
Aw.
He's so stupid.
I mean, that's a mood for cat owners.
Oh, this is a special kind of stupid cat, though.
I believe you.
Aria in the chat. Hey, I'm lost. What the heck is a Skyrim? That's a good question at this
That
point.
is a good question. I've been watching nearly 2 hours of gameplay now, and I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Actually, that's only just tonight. We have about somewhere under 10 hours because we have to account for all of the times that
The
we did not
deviations.
play Skyrim.
Yeah.
No,
Maybe
don't eat
Skyrim
it!
was the friends
Stop!
we made along the way. Thank you, Jane.
Stop eating it! Me! Stop eating the things in your inventory! That's not how we get...
Boom.
That's not how we get rid of it! I guess that's...
Bone meal.
I guess that is how we can get rid of it!
This
No.
is how we do it.
And stop! Why did you eat the cotton?
Have you considered not eating these things?
It hungers for more.
Oh my god. Oh, what? Oh, yeah, I poisoned myself. Great. Awesome. Fantastic.
Gentlemen, my player character has finally decided to eat my hand.
I worry about you, Griffin. I really
10
do.
internet points to anyone who gets the reference.
The fact that it's a reference, now that I know it's a reference, that does not make it better. I continue to be worried for you.
Good. Though I would be more worried for you at this point.
How so?
Because you directly associate with me.
That's true. You don't have a choice in associating with yourself. I make the conscious decision.
Uh-huh.
Provide the gold and the steward will take care of the rest. The next time you visit your home after making your purchases, you will see your new decorations and furnishings in place. Kitchen includes a fire pit, a small table, and 2 chairs. There's a wall-mounted shelves. Okay, children's bedroom.
Also, 10 points to Shakarian.
Oh.
A lot of information about how to decorate a house.
Yeah. Well, you can do a lot of decorating in here.
Oh, looks like we got another limerick. There once was a girl who consumed, from fish in the chest to whom, would lead her to cotton, which tasted quite rotten, and poisoned her to her doom.
Please don't make fun of me. I should
Way to go,
probably...
Ian.
I should probably actually grab my stuff from your Vasker.
Yes. Alright, you take care, Phoenix.
Alright, you take care.
Phoenix. Thank you for joining us.
Ain't no matter to me what I kill. Well, please don't kill me. That's a special request.
Oh, God. Oh.
No, they can't kill you because then if they did, they can't just go back in time to before it happened.
You know, like, I think I've made my jokes about some of the character models in this game so far, but for a split second, one of the character models we passed looked like that fucking character Xavier from that Adult Swim series.
Why immediately? Why immediately?
NPCs in Skyrim just lack the concept of personal space.
Yeah.
Personally, I
Hello,
think that's pretty
Gordon.
sexy of them.
Hello, Gordon.
My power grows.
Again, if you have not watched Half-Life AI, VR AI,
Yeah.
do it.
Please.
It's so good.
It's so good. I love Coomer so much.
Leave me alone. I don't want to talk to any of you in the game, sorry.
Feed my coins, Mr. Freeman.
From chat, if I walked into a room with that many people at the entrance, I would simply pass away. Hard mood. One time I saw that many people in a room at the same time, and I died. I got better.
I read a horror book once. I fucking died.
That's so funny. I'm so worried for myself. Why do I find that so funny?
What? What did you say? I'm sorry?
I was thinking back to that one line from our Doki Doki playthrough. I read a horror book once. I fucking died.
Oh,
I'm done worrying about you, Griffin. I'm just worrying about me now.
you should.
As well you should.
God! We've had a lot of those. I think okay, so just as a side note, last time we are it was the last session before this one? Yeah.
Yeah,
Where I had ordered some food. And I was waiting for that to arrive, and like in anticipation of it, I noticed, the map that was keeping track of the driver's progress was saying that it was getting pretty close. So I said, I'm going to need to be right back because, and as I said because, on cue, it went ding dong. And I said, that.
Also, I like how you and I did the doorbell in the exact same notes.
I mean, yeah. Ripperoni and pepperoni. 2 sessions ago, yee.
The
It's
door
nice of you for
ringing.
for those of you who have nice, gentle doorbells and not the ear-splitting fire alarm that is mine.
Like the fucking bike horn from Ed and Eddie.
Yeah, my doorbell is just a bike horn. It's we've had some issues with repairs.
Now, I know that what you said...
Landlord.
I know that what you said was bike horn. What I heard was Bicon, and I was like, who's the Bicon?
Me.
I mean, I will
Are you a
also
bi-
say, I mean,
You are a bi icon.
that's exactly
Oh,
what I
I
was...
meant a bicon.
Right.
Is that a new kind of transformer?
Because you see, I'm also bi-romantic myself. Yeah, no, I closed the game. It is actually about that time. I started a little bit late today, so I thought I'd give it a little bit extra time. Hey, I got some actual fucking Skyrim playthrough in today.
Hey!
Very minimal Motum interruption.
I know, right? And I'm
Yeah.
excited to see where things go this next session.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting. We're finally doing the rescue mission. Yay! At least I hope we are. If we have further interruptions, I'm going to kill someone.
Again, I'm just imagining as that whole thing goes down, Ophelia's gonna be playing I'm holding up to a hero till the morning light in her head.
I mean, she wouldn't be the one doing that. It would, like, here's the thing.
But just recreating that scene from Shrek 2.
Here's the thing. That's going to be the fucking theme from Scout's End, alright?
Yeah.
Now I'm just picturing him sitting wherever he's, wherever he is in the cathedral, and, like, he hears in the distance, the fucking music for holding out for a hero, and then as it gets closer, and he's
Can I just
gotta
say,
be
I
sure,
have
and he's
one
gotta
gripe.
be strong. Yeah?
Can I just mention I have one gripe with that scene, and it's at the beginning where the fairy godmother says C minor, play in C minor, proceeds to play it in G minor.
Yeah, it's that bothers me so much.
Thank you.
See, I can't differentiate. Unfortunately, I don't have quite as much musical training as y'all, but like that sounds obnoxious. It's
It
like
is.
I can imagine that it would be like saying, you know,
It's halfway up the scale from where she said.
yeah. But that just, I imagine it's like imagining. No, it was bad. Anyway. This was a great stream. See ya, love you all, no homo as an internet friend. You know what? I'm gonna say full homo.
All of the homo.
All the homo.
Yes.
Full
Happy pride.
full homo.
Oh,
And so I mean I've done my speeches several times now. I do want to say, like, last time I spent a lot of time talking about the Black Lives Matter movement. I want to encourage you to continue to keep up with that, those of you who are involved in it. There are still many different charities that you can donate to, a lot of different funds that you can donate to. What was it again? It's
BlackLivesMatter.card.co.
Yeah, Black Lives Matter
Yes.
dot card
C-
CARRD dot CO. They can
Yes.
actually let you know various places that you can go to help out with things. You can also continue using social media to continue to remind people of things that are going on, letting people know that the protests are still going on. They're just not getting reported on because they pulled the cops out, at least in a good number of places. And without the sheer violence, because again, without the cops escalating things, protesters aren't being so violent. Weird how that
Yep.
works, right?
Funny how that works out.
They're going huge. Like, I've seen marches down the street that are like thousands of people, and it's overwhelming. And it is like, I hate to say exciting because the context of it is terrible. We should not be at the point where people have to march by the thousands in the streets in order to make their point. But I saw a clip of thousands of people, and I think this was in Boston, where they did a silent march. And it's this weird haunting sound of all of these footsteps and no one talking. The only thing that you can hear are the sounds of the train and the occasional car honking and things along those lines. But again, emphasizing that they are here in number. They're not just here to be loud, they are here to represent the change that needs to happen. Wait, Undyne was in Shrek 2. Well, maybe. Thank you for adding the link, by the way, Griffin.
Yeah.
Going to social media, talking with friends. Like, here's the difficult thing is that you're still going to run into people who are going to have their resistance to the concept that this movement is important to support. But it's worth trying. And even if you can't get through to someone, like, know that sometimes your first attempt to talk to someone might get resistance, but it might plant the idea in their head to think about it and to look it up and to consider what might actually be saying. Continue to push for things like abolish the police. I mean, a lot of people go with defund. Hey, Skeeto!
Hey, thank you, Skeeto.
Thank you, Skeeto, and you don't need to apologize for being late.
Yeah. Also, it turns out there are a couple different sites. I encourage you to go to both of them, but that's the one I just posted that I was thinking of earlier.
Right. Thousands of people come together. A march fills me with determination. Same. There's some weird echo on my end with that. Where was my train of thought just now?
People come together to spread more awareness.
There's that. Oh, I was saying, talking with people who might be resistant to the idea. Try not to give up. It can be frustrating. It can be overwhelming, and you're gonna find people who will gaslight you or pull up irrelevant information or misinformation. It is hard, but it's still worth talking. I mean, I'll also say this. If you know that by bringing it up you're going to put yourself in a more dangerous situation, do not. I'm saying that straight out. It's for those of us who have the privilege of being able to talk with loved ones, friends, family, etc., and not be put in a position of danger. That's who I'm recommending it to. If you're finding yourself in a position where if you talk with your parents about this, for example, and they're like, no, I'm going to throw you out on the street for this, don't do it. But it's worth continuing to talk about. It is worth continuing to contribute to these various groups that, even just like $1 goes a long way, because again, you get 1,000 people doing $1, it adds up real fast. But even just going to social media to use hashtag Black Lives Matter, continue to show your support for it. Continue to show that we, in the numbers, are tired of this. We're angry. Things need to change. Oh yeah, I was saying abolish the police. People keep trying to say defund the police, and that's a good first step. How about instead we replace them with actual social services that will help people instead of sending a man with a gun to people with mental illness,
Yeah.
Or, sending, if we have better community support, then a lot of the people who are like, I'm going to commit a crime, are going to have less reason to do so. Because why would you rob a store if you have a house with all of the things that you need in it, And for anyone who's like, well, why should they get something it's because they're human beings who deserve respect.
I don't know how to explain to you that you should care about other people.
Yeah.
Reform the police. Well, reform the police, we've tried that. The police are, in its base, a racist organization that was founded on the basis of tracking down slaves and either returning them to their owners or just rounding up black people for the sake of hurting them.
Yeah, that's literally how the police got started in this country.
Yep. I would love to say reform the police, except while I would love for that to happen, I would love to continue, I would love to continue having a police force if I didn't already know that the police force as it exists, as an establishment, is at its core meant to hurt the people of this country. There are individuals within that group who are absolutely, trying to make a difference. There are individuals who are good people who may be finding themselves in a difficult situation, might be finding themselves having to, in order to do a good job. I know there's at least one instance of a cop who tried to not kill someone and was actually fired for it.
Yeah.
There are so many instances where even if you know someone to be a good person, they might still be, instead of being the one actively kneeling on someone's neck, they might just be the one standing next to them, unable to do anything about it. And that's kind of why I'm saying reforming the police is all well and good, but if they don't actually get defunded or even straight up abolished, one, that is millions and billions of dollars going to an institution that is not actually supporting our community, but is in fact creating more problems for it. You might have some wholesome good officers, but again, if it's the entire institution, it needs to be built again from the ground up, at least. Yes.
Yeah, we can't rely on the Commissioner Gordons out there to make a difference.
Yeah. And it's not to say that I think, like I said, it's the institution itself, because it has also been bought out by people who want to keep the police in their pockets. So things like being able to get funding from charging people with, tickets for minor infractions and consistently pulling over black people more often than white people for the exact same crime. More statistically likely to escalate to violence or straight up arrests for individuals who are not white. It's a problem because that's kind of some of where they get their funding from. The more people that they can put in jail. And here's the other part of this. Because of, I think it's the 13th Amendment, they actually have a way of getting around the rules and laws about slavery by, if you have someone who is arrested for a crime or a series of crimes, then they can then be used for menial labor at a severe reduction in pay because they are criminals and thus they are being implemented into work. These are people who, once they get out back into society, despite having been working, despite maybe even having been arrested on false charges, never mind trumped up charges, may not be able to get any kind of decent job. It's a system that is meant to reinstitute slavery without calling it slavery. And that's part of why I get so mad about it. I would love to reform the police, but we would need to rethink our entire prison system. We would need to rethink, 1, who all gets hired, 2, what kind of training they have to face, and 3, whether or not they even deserve the funding that they are getting at this point without necessarily, you know, when it has created corruption, and 2, when they're not going to be incentivized to change if they continue to make money doing what they're doing. Why would they change it if they don't face consequences for what they do? Why would they change it where even if it's created massive, like, it's created massive unrest because it has not changed. People have asked it to change. People have demanded that it be changed. People have demanded that they reform themselves to try and outlaw these things from happening, but they were already illegal. They were already outlawed, and they did them anyway. Passing bills now, passing laws to restrict them from being able to do things like chokeholds or using tear gas, period, which is also illegal, by the way, BT dubs, because it is, in fact, a war crime to use that. I think there's statistic out there. Oh, I actually caught the stream. Must be because I'm staying awake at night these days. Also, not that kind of work, not contributing to pension, Social Security. I heard that once, but I never got it confirmed. As a person of color with few encounters with the police and a bit of research, I agree with like all your points. It's frustrating. And here I am, a fucking white person, in a call with 2 other white people.
Yeah.
Talking about all of this. This is all stuff that I have heard from the Black community talking about their experiences. This is what I've been able to glean from years of watching so many individuals being murdered by the police and not seeing anything come from it. Like really suspicious activities, suspicious, deaths, or even obvious recorded instances of murder that get a slap on the wrist, if that. I have been so frustrated and so upset, and I have felt so helpless. And this is me as someone who is so privileged to not have to worry about whether or not the next time I go out, I might find a cop with a gun in my face. That's not something I have to worry about on the regular, and I am so lucky for that. I count my blessings for that. And I have felt so much grief to know that there are people in this country who have been dealing with this kind of fear and grief and tragedy and stress and just daily reminders that there are people in power who value them less by virtue of the color of their skin, and it has been devastating. And I have the privilege of being devastated. And I know that. I have the privilege of having grown up largely ignorant to all of this, kind of like, oh, civil rights, that was a movement that happened, but everything is equal now, because it's illegal to be racist. And nothing has changed. It's been 60 years since that civil rights movement, and things have not changed. Except that the police now have military-grade weapons at their disposal. I'm not American, but our POC community in Sweden is also supporting the protests in their own way. It is also highlighting the racist bullshit we have here. Yep. Racial profiling is institutionalized here, and people do not even see it and act like we are better here. Ignorant people. Yeah, that's just it. A lot of people.
It's a worldwide issue.
It is. Yeah. And that's why we are seeing worldwide support for this movement. There have been global protests. And I've even said this last time, but there was literally, this is the first time in all of the United States history, which is relatively short, that's a given, all 50 states fucking agree we're done with this shit. Mm-hmm. There have been protests in all 50 states in regards to this because we're done. And I speak passionately about it. I'm angry. I've been scared. I am scared. I continue to be scared for the people who are in the position where they have to put their lives on the line for the sake of sending the message that this is not okay anymore. Exact same problem in the UK of feelings of superiority over America and using that to wash away. That's just it. Like, no offense to y'all UKers, but we got it from you.
Yeah, no.
We learned it by watching you.
It's not infinitely better over here just because most of our police don't have guns. Like,
if they had guns, they'd probably be in the same position. But so I speak passionately about this because I care about this a lot. And again, I'm saying this as someone who has been so blessed as to have the platform that I do, as to have the voice that I do. I'm so blessed as to be as articulate as I am. And I say that, you know, I suppose perhaps I could say that with more humility, but one of the things that I am known for is being able to be articulate. And if I can use that to say, hey, let's make some changes here, then I'm going to grip that and use it to the best of my ability. And I will at the same time do what I can to try and boost the voices of those who are far more marginalized than I am. To recommend, like, you know, like I said, going on Twitter, like unfortunately right now I have like 50 billion tabs open related to things. Like, I'm not going to do it myself, but if you go on social media, I'm sure you can find the I hate to say it like that, but there are so many accounts out there, so many instances of people talking about either their personal experiences or ways that you can help your local or even global or nationwide community in terms of this movement. In the Stockholm Black Lives Matter protest, the cops used the COVID limit on people gathering to arrest people. Vids of pepper spraying and body slamming teens were circulated recently. Christ, yeah. You should watch Hassan Minaj's on this. He has a show called Patriot Act. If you guys don't know, it's on YouTube and Netflix. Yeah, there's a lot of brutality. There is a lot of people trying to stem the tide of information. You're going to also find that a lot of social media have a lot of this disappearing. It's not because the movement has stopped or even really slowed down. The protests are still definitely happening. It's just that, one, without the violence to make it tasty news, then a lot of people aren't protesting on it or reporting on it as much. And additionally, a lot of these websites are trying to quiet it down, kind of subtly removing posts that talk about a lot of what's been going on and kind of silently adjusting the algorithm on their site to take certain keywords out of, like, population and kind of like adjusting your timeline. So we're seeing that. That is another thing to be aware of. You might have to hunt a little bit for some of it, but it is still very much alive. It is still very much happening. People are still taking to the streets. People are still doing everything that they can, and we need to keep doing this, even without it being the immediate fresh grief of yet another murder, without it being the fresh fear of seeing the police response to all of this. If we continue to lay the pressure on, we will continue to see change. We've already taken these people who, like the original cops, particularly in the George Floyd case, who were initially who were just fired and probably would have easily been transferred to another department or just not, or been able to retire with full, you know, money and all of that stuff. They've gone from that to being charged. I think they actually, unfortunately, released a good chunk of those officers that they originally arrested with charges. They got bail, but they have been charged, and if we continue to press on, nope, put them back. They may have gotten, like, I mean, if we continue to press on this, they're not going to have a choice but to act. Minneapolis has actually made plans and passed a law to abolish their police force. They've actually fucking done it, and for good fucking cause. Well, Sweden have not even followed the rules about social distancing, and suddenly they're oh so concerned when protests happen, but when Mr. Svensson is going to go to club, who cares? Well, I mean, of course. I don't know who Mr. Svensson is, but I'm assuming political leader of some kind, or I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm not up to date on Swedish politics or celebrities or people in key positions of authority. I've been a little bit preoccupied with some of the shit that's been going on over here. And I realize that the entire internet knows about all of the shit because America is so prominent on the internet, and we're all very loud about it. I know that too.
So
those-
basically the Swedish equivalent of John Smith.
Oh, Mr. Svensson. Okay, it's for Swedish men. I didn't know that. Thank you. That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
No, you don't need to apologize. I appreciate you.
We appreciate the clarification.
Yeah, now I have learned something today. I have learned that Mr. Svensson is basically John Doe. Or John Smith, yeah. John Doe is for dead people. Whoops! Sorry to hurt here. It's disappointing to know how corrupt the world can be. And that's just it. The world is corrupt because a lot of us who are not necessarily bad people have been content to kind of like turn our gaze the other way. A lot of us have been content to kind of hold to the status quo because we've been afraid of losing what little we have, which is why they have kept us busy in the throes of capitalism, which is why they have taken away so much power from us, which is why they've disenfranchised us, and they've done so much so that we can focus on trying to grasp what little we have left. But the funny thing is that with the coronavirus spread, people losing their jobs, people having to stay home. You know, I've heard some people complaining, it's like, the only reason why they're doing this is because they have nothing better to do. It's like, actually, the reason why they're doing this is because they're no longer tied to those jobs that kept them from being able to pay attention to this. And when people have nothing left to lose, what are they gonna do? They're gonna fight back. As a nurse, I've been kind of yelling at people on social media ever since the COVID thing started, and it kept kind of going with the Black Lives Matter protests. I assume most people have muted me on Facebook. Yeah, just like what happened, Spider-Man said in Civil War, if you have power you can use but refuse, then something bad happens. It happens because of you. It's, what's that phrase? Evil thrives when good men do nothing.
Yeah.
It's not that these people are less good. It's that we have the ability to turn away from it, and so we do. And what I'm effectively asking for is that we don't turn away. You aren't making enough money where you are, just move somewhere else. What do you mean you don't have enough money to move? You know, that even reminds me of the fucking Ben Shapiro bullshit. It was like, well, let's say the water level rises in these, you know, low-level areas, and, you know, the water is going to wipe away their houses. What makes you think they're not going to sell their houses and just move out of there? And it's like...
There's only one problem, Ben. Sell them to who? Fucking Aquaman!
Yes, I love Harris Bomber Guy, H Bomber Guy. Please watch his channel. He is brilliant.
Agreed.
But yeah, there is a lot of insular thinking among the people who do benefit from things the way they are. A lot of us, as white people, as I'm speaking, you know, to white people, you know, with white people, as a white person, I am saying, you know, we've had a very insular sort of world because we've never had to face the realities of racism. It's not something that has affected us directly. We do see some of the backlash against the results of racism. Yeah, there's just one small problem. Yeah. And there's a lot to be passionate about, and I think we are seeing a shift. Because when you have a mass populace around the world of people who are told your lives matter less than the economy which, by the way, only basically existed in the first place to lend value to the labor and the production that you do, and so that you have a way to exchange that for what you do need within a community. And this was during a time when we didn't have mass production, when we didn't have ways of mass producing everything that we need. And now the economy largely functions as a way to gatekeep people out from the things that they need. I can't say that I care about the economy that much. Now, people should be able to have access to what they need, and right now, because we live in a capitalist society, we need to abide by those terms. However, you're not going to make me sob over the economy taking a downturn when the solution is honestly fairly simple, even if it sounds complicated at the start. But there is like I said, I'm sorry if I'm pausing a little bit on this. It's getting later on my end. I am lit tired.
Yeah.
I meant this to be kind of a closing statement, but basically...
It turned out to be a half hour.
Yeah, I'm sorry. To kind of go back to kind of what all kicked this off, I will continue to speak passionately about this. I do hope that everyone out there who has been afraid or has felt helpless know that you're not alone in this right now. There are so many people right now who have clicked the fuck on to the situation as it is. And if you continue to lend your support, you don't have to necessarily do money, you don't have to necessarily go out into the streets to protest. If it's not something that you can do, consider your safety. If it's something that will affect you really, really negatively, and the fact that, like, I know that I can't go out and do marches in the streets, and I can't put myself at risk for, like, tear gas exposure because I have asthma, and it would kill me, kind of. I know that I can't do that. I know that there are many people in the same sort of boat as I am. But even just by saying I support this, continuing to signal boost the voices of those who are affected most directly from a lot of these corrupt actions and policies, these are important issues. They are. And the more that we talk about them and we realize that there is tremendous support for this, the easier it is to continue standing up and saying, hey, let's keep pushing for change. We're sick of this. We're done with this. So keep going at it, guys, because we are changing the course of history right now. We are in historic times. Take care, Undyne. Please go take care of yourself. You gotta go pack your bags. Yeah. Best of luck with that.
Have a good one.
Asthma sucks. It really does. And adds more layers as to why I'm petrified about going outside right now when it comes to the fucking coronavirus. Yay! But I want to say that all of you, I like always, whenever you come out to my streams, I appreciate it. It's always fun to see you guys chatting and talking and trying to respond to you whenever I'm not fully distracted by the shit that's going on. Thank you to those who came by to chat, and those of you especially for sticking around for this last half hour of me yelling at you about things that need to be taken seriously. I want to thank especially John Morrison and Skeeto for pitching in a little extra revenue my way. That does make a big difference, and I hate to finish out my long rant about supporting the Black Lives Matter movement by also promoting my Patreon, but I will say that that makes a big difference in my being able to get by month to month, affording things like medication and food and everything that I need to continue functioning. I know that there's been something of a slowdown of production, especially on the Sirenia Studios channel. Things are in the pipeline as we speak. But my promoting that, it's not an obligation. It really is not. But it does help.
I think you should carry him.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you.
Oh.
Ah! Thank you. Wow, I went English there for a second.
Hey, I'm finally starting to rub off on you. That's been my plan all along.
See, if I try to do an English accent intentionally, it just, well, I sound like an American doing an English stereotype, and I know that. I try. The closest that I can do is when I try to emulate my great-grandmother, because she was English, lived in England and then moved. I think I talked about this before. Her name was Victoria, and she married Albert.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning this.
But I even think of, like, the story that I heard of, like, her being in her 90s, and so she was trying to do some things to improve her quality of life, and she went to this thing, and they're like, oh, let's say one deep, dark secret so that we can kind of, like, you know, break the ice. And it came to my Oma, and she goes, I would like very much to walk barefoot through a vat of hot chocolate. And I was like, that's like, what? Okay, you know what? A 90-year-old woman says she wants to walk barefoot through a vat of hot chocolate. I'm not gonna deny her. You fucking do it, man.
Do it.
So, outro sidetrack number 3 out of the way.
Yeah, sorry. I wanted to thank those of you in call with me, Griffin and Alex, you guys have been wonderful co-hosts as we've been doing all of this. I
Always a pleasure.
appreciate your co-commentary or even continuing to talk when I'm being distracted or screaming at dragons attacking me. I'm proud of myself for defeating a dragon
Yeah.
I'm proud of you for defeating a dragon.
and then robbing a house for no reason. But
As you do.
That's just how I do. Thank you again, and now thank you, Shakarian, for contributing. Thank you for the stream you said, so I appreciate that. Those of you who have contributed in terms of the super chats today, thank you very much. Hopefully, again, barring any kind of health issue or something else happening, I should be streaming next week. It'll probably be more Skyrim. It'll probably be more Black Lives Matter. It'll probably be more Magic of the Mundane.
Yeah.
But I am looking forward to coming back next week to bring you all good things and all passionate things. And I hope that this next week sees you guys through better times. I hope that even if there are times that slide backwards, things that get worse, things that become a bit of a struggle, I hope that things turn around and things improve. So, at long last, I'm going to say, have a good night, everyone, and I hope to see you next week.
Take care, everyone.
Bye, friends.
Bye-bye.